In a European peach compote, you can enjoy three unique characteristics: unparalleled taste, rich aroma, and high nutritional value. Just as unique is the product's journey from farming to reaching store shelves. But how is it that all the quality characteristics of a fresh peach are still preserved in this package? What is the history of this tasty and aromatic compote? Today, we will learn about the history of peach from Asia to Europe, its cultivation, its canning process, its nutritional value. 2,500 years ago, Alexander the Great began his campaign from the fruitful valley of the river Aliakmon in central Macedonia of Greece towards the east. His conquests reached as far as India, spreading the Greek culture. At the same time, he studied the lands he crossed through, learning about their customs, traditions, and local dietary habits. Among other things, he discovered the cultivation of peach, which he then brought to Europe. The first plantations took place in the fertile plains of Imathia due to the exceptional climate. The pruning of the trees begins in December and lasts until February. Then follows the fertilization of the orchards, and after that, the thinning, which has a significant effect on the quality of the produced fruits. In the summer months, peaches are ripe and their harvesting is done by hand. Through all this time, all the growing data are being monitored and recorded with the use of the most advanced European methods. The main crop enemies are being monitored through pheromone traps, while the implementation of a traceability system provides information on each fruit's location and production method at all times. The product's safety and high quality are the core principles which characterize the entire production procedure of the peach, and in this respect, the strictest European quality standards are being implemented. The peaches forwarded to the processing facilities are produced in accordance with the quality and environmental policy of the European Union, the principles of safety and quality, and those of constant monitoring and improvement according to the requirements of ISO 9001-2008, ISO 14001-2004, ISO 22000, and the BRC and IFS protocols. This ensures excellent quality and traceability throughout each stage. Traceability, in particular, constitutes an identity and passport for each fruit so that it can reach your table whether fresh or canned. The highly technically trained staff of agronomists is continuously training and guiding the producers in order to ensure the production of quality, safe products. The special characteristics, the nutrients, and the unparalleled taste of the peach have generated a need for the fruit's year-round consumption in the form of a compote. But what exactly is canning, and how can the high quality and nutritional value of the peach be guaranteed? The history of canning begins in Europe towards the end of the 18th century. The Frenchman Nicolas Appert is considered to be the father of canning. Appert was a French cook who, in the late 18th century, responded to the call of Napoleon Bonaparte, who was looking for a way to preserve food so as to avoid the poisoning outbreaks that, by that time, were often within his troops. Canning is a thermal process which uses hermetically sealed containers to achieve the preservation of peaches and their nutritional characteristics for a long period of time. The big advantage of canning is that it causes the least possible loss in the peach's nutrients, which is similar to that caused by cooking. In fact, the process of canning results to inactivating the enzymes and destroying the microorganisms, while the airtight sealing impedes microorganisms to enter from the environment into the container, avoiding contamination of the peaches. It also prevents the atmospheric oxygen from entering, as it causes internal corrosion of tins and spoilage of peaches. After being thermally processed, canned foods can be preserved for a long period of time at ambient temperature without the need for special storage conditions. Once harvested, the peaches are delivered in plastic bins. They are emptied into a water tank for the first wash, and they are forwarded to a specialized classification machine where they are sorted according to size. The fruits are then transported to automatic machines where the pitting and halving take place immediately. This is followed by the first sorting, which is done by hand, in order to remove the products that are unsuitable for moving forward in the production line. Peaches whose kernels have not been properly removed pass through a pitting machine and return to the production line again. The pitted fruits are forwarded through a conveyor belt to the next station for peeling. A second sorting follows for the peaches that weren't properly peeled, which are then conveyed using water to the filling machine. Prior to their filling, the cans are steamed with rotation and pressurized water spraying in order to remove any powder or other foreign particles. They are then filled with the precise amount of fruits as provided for in the quality standards to avoid the deterioration of their quality. The syrup is added in the cans directly from the filler machine under vacuum using the vacuum filler process. With the use of vacuum, this machine removes the air contained in the can, allowing at the same time the warm syrup to fill the container. The filled cans are then sealed with simultaneous steam injection in order to complete the creation of vacuum. After the cans are sealed, it is suggested that they are sprayed with warm water to remove any foreign substances. Once degassed and sealed, the containers are pasteurized. An atmospheric pasteurizer of continuous flow is used, which means that the cans are being pasteurized while moving on the production line. This entire process lasts for about 40 minutes, which helps to achieve maximum preservation of the elements and organoleptic characteristics of the fruits. Next, the cans are conveyed to a specialized machine for printing the time and date of production on each one of the packages, which are then stacked on pallets and stored in specially designated areas within the plant's facilities, waiting for an order to be placed so that they pass to the final stage of labeling and palletization.
Η διαδικασία κονσερβοποίησης ελέγχεται σε όλα τα στάδια σύμφωνα με το πρότυπο HACCP. Σύμφωνα με αυτό γίνεται μία ανάλυση επικινδυνότητας των διαφόρων σταδίων για να ελεγχθούν όλοι οι πιθανοί κίνδυνοι που μπορεί να υπάρχουν και να επηρεάσουν την ασφάλεια και την ποιότητα του προϊόντος. Με την ανάλυση επικινδυνότητας καθορίζουμε τα κρίσιμα σημεία ελέγχου, τα όρια και τη συχνότητά τους. Με τον τρόπο αυτό επιτυγχάνουμε την ασφάλεια και την ποιότητα των τελικών προϊόντων.
The peach is eminently a summer fruit that is cool, juicy, and with great aroma. The peaches that are destined for canning are harvested at the peak of their maturity and are canned within just a few hours, which helps preserve all their nutrients and, above all, without having to add any preservatives. People who love their own place have linked their lives with the land, believed in it, and filled the plain with orchards. With the help of tradition and technology, they produce high-quality European canned peaches that reach the plates of consumers in every corner of the earth. The European Union supports agriculture as it is more than just a food production process. Agriculture in Europe is all about rural communities and people. It is these people that keep the countryside alive, with respect and proper management of natural resources for an environmentally sustainable future.